What's up? It's your girl Queen Simba 1/3 of the Lockheads, and you already know how we do here on H-Town Talks. We always have a featured artist or a few featured artists, and in today's case, we got a few. So let's go ahead and run them down real quick. We got Dominique King with Declare War. We got Kendall Tucker with Footsteps. We got Philo Worldwide featuring Young Dread with that AA. Some of these artists you have heard of, some of them you may have not heard of, but regardless, you already know. Submit their music to htowntalks256@gmail.com if you would like to be heard while it's free. While it's free. I'm telling y'all, it ain't always gonna be free, but right now we showing love to the art. So we hope you enjoy these topics today on this week's podcast. We appreciate y'all's love and support. Make sure y'all go follow our Instagram page at htown.talks. You already know what it is. We talk, we vibe, you listen. It's H-Town Talks.
Crystal, Dana, Fletcher, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Eric Gardner, Mike Brown.
Depression is hard to deal when everyone is kicking you. I'm trying hard to stand on my own. Nowhere to turn, nowhere to go. Who can I call on? I know the Lord up above is always there. It's time to stand up, it's time to stand proud. It's time for us to stand together now. It's time for us to declare war. So much is going on. Why can't we just get along? Why am I standing in a war zone? Why can't we stand together? Why can't we act right? Why is there still a war against black and white? Why can't we just put our pride on the side? It's time to stand up, it's time to stand proud. It's time for us to stand together now. It's time for us to declare war. Declare war. I'm trying not to lose my mind. Declare war. Can we get together? Declare war.
What's up? It's your girl Queen Simba 1/3 of the Lockheads. We back, H-Town Talks in the building. We got two special guests in the building. We got Dylan Pete Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Ja Pruitt.
Yup.
Number 94, Hearts of Tigers. Let's go. What we got going on today, y'all?
Shit.
Chillin', man. How y'all been, man?
Good.
Everybody day going good?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's
Feel
up.
good outside.
Beautiful
you know what I'm saying?
Sunday.
Yup.
Beautiful Sunday. Heck yeah. So Dave, I guess we can start it off with you today.
Yeah.
And whatever we got, what you got going for us. So what you bringing?
That's a bit. I was gonna start it off by saying my heart goes out to these people in the Buffalo shooting, all the families and everything. And I was just gonna see like our inputs on the world now, like how it is racism wise, because like apparently it was like a hate crime or something like that against like the black people. So I was gonna see like in the world now today, how do we feel like racism is and stuff like that.
Okay. Most definitely hearts go out to those people in Buffalo, because we was just preview to it. The Lockheads for real Chops was the only one that really knew about it.
That's
But
mind-blowing,
yeah,
man. That's really blowing.
it was mind blowing to see that they took the footage down, right?
Yep.
So we was able to see it through a dope ass source that Chops had, but if you did see the footage, that was mind blowing. That was some Call of Duty type thing. I feel like he was in a video game.
I feel
or
like he practiced or something.
Yeah.
Like how he just walked through that like
with no hesitation.
Like
No
he
hesitation.
knew like.
And then he ain't know none of them folks. Them folks in there trying to go
Grocery shopping.
A girl had
trying to go to the
like a bag of chips in her hand or something like that,
Yeah.
walking out the
them
store
folks
like a
in
normal
like,
day.
Ooh,
Like,
I'm finna eat this tonight, and now you dead.
Like,
And then so much
crazy.
stuff be going on pranks wise that, you know, I know like when first we're taught the first sign of a gun, we taught to find shelter, seek shelter, whatever it is. But it really was a shock. Like, is this dude really in here with a gun? Like in the grocery store? That's a shock. And you know what I'm talking about? Like anybody can say I would have did this or I would have did that. But me personally, I don't know how I would feel if I was in this situation.
I
You don't even know where you would have been.
Yeah,
like
you
you could have been one of the ones walking out
to
the
the
store,
car, you know?
and you been not even looking, and then brother popped your ass.
Yes, because he got it from the back, from the front, from the
That's what I'm
side.
and he shot through the glass
You
walking
know,
in the
The
store.
only way you really would have been secure is if you was in the back of the store.
Yeah, it could
because you
get
would have
out.
been hearing
Yeah.
it.
No,
so then, if you
some
had your
dudes-
gun or whatever, you feel
Yeah.
you could have did. You could have tried to defend yourself.
Hey,
but you
speaking of that, some dude said that he was like in the back of the thing whenever it started happening. He said he'd hear gunshot here, run over here, and he said he'd hear a gunshot over there, run over here. He
had to go off his ear with it to save his life.
Save his whole life.
That's crazy. And you said they're trying to get him to
With an insanity charge,
insanity.
which that means like he'll just be in like a crazy place for a little
No,
while.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair to any of the families that lost, you know what I'm saying, lost their people, and for him to, that's an easy get off. Like that's I can go check myself into Decatur West right now. You feel what I'm talking about? If I feel crazy, but
That's not crazy.
No.
That's different.
he knew exactly what he was doing, and he did it without no hesitation.
He had a
Like,
camera
and he
on.
had a
He was
camera
And he
on.
had a camera
What did you say? He
on.
was on Twitch?
Yes, Twitch
Yeah.
live.
live streaming.
No.
Like, come on,
No,
dog.
They better not, because if
They
they do,
better
it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Then you gotta think about all the people that was on that live stream.
Yeah.
Like they probably wanted to see
Yeah.
that shit happen too.
Tapping to them too, because they
That's
probably
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
another one of them
That's
out
what
there
I'm saying.
doing
They
it.
probably
Like,
liking that
for
shit.
real.
Like, ooh, I'm gonna do it next.
Yeah.
man.
So I don't
Shit,
know.
y'all go watch my Twitch tomorrow. I'm finna go do it tomorrow.
Right.
So I don't know if y'all heard. So the top. So my girlfriend's actually from Buffalo.
Dang.
She lived 2 miles like from my girlfriend. Like her family, right after it happened, they went all into hiding because they thought they were gonna kill like every black person like in the surrounding area.
Dang.
Yeah. So it was really intense. She said like the fear like of just knowing like there's nothing you can do, that someone's hunting you.
Yes.
Like specifically you too. She
Yes.
said it was terrifying. But the store, what I wanted to touch on, the store actually, that guy had stalked the store for like a range of 6 weeks to make sure it was predominantly black going into it.
What? I did not
It
know
gets
that.
worse though. So he also went into the store and was kicked out twice for yelling like racial slurs and stuff like that.
So he had like a previous
So he had
build
this,
up of
yeah.
this,
I didn't even
and
know
it was
that.
But
premeditated.
that is able to be like just that alone. You're able to get arrested for that.
Yeah.
You're arrested for producing hate speech in the
Yeah.
black area.
For real?
That's what I'm saying. But
I did
he
not
didn't
know
get,
that.
all he did was get kicked out of the store, and then was able to return back into the parking lot. So,
Wow. So he already didn't get the repercussions that was deserved of him from the beginning.
well, yeah, like
Wow. Is your girlfriend black? Let's go. Shout out. Let's go. Come through. That's what I'm talking about. Dang. Well, even condolences to your girl and her family, because being right there next to
That's
you,
still
that
gonna
is
hit you,
scary.
yeah.
But yeah, but
That is scary.
thank God though,
Yeah.
they didn't know anybody personally, but they definitely had like some like friends, had family members,
and to be 2 miles out from the whole thing, you gotta be thinking he coming for me next. You gotta be thinking that's crazy.
But actually, so I believe it was the next day, 2 days later though. So they had they were calling it like a purge and stuff like that.
A purge?
Yeah, from 4 to 8, they were targeting women, transgender, black, Middle Eastern. I don't think they were targeting like Asian people or like obviously like not white people. They did that from 4 to 8, and they had that like sanctioned and stuff. They had like spray painted on like fences and stuff, like kill all, and then would use like racial slurs and stuff like that. But
so this was like a group or a cult of people.
Like that's the thing, they don't know how many people. It could just be one person fucking with everybody.
They don't know.
It could be 2.
They don't know.
That's just because it's the people. It's almost everybody. Though.
So just because they got this guy, don't mean that they got everybody.
No.
No.
That shit ain't gonna never stop.
No.
He just started something new. Yes. That's gonna be a trend. Folks wanna see that, and they gonna try to make that a trend.
The purge, like they trying to bring the purge to life.
It's really sad because it's really folks are really gonna try to imitate that. Like really,
because people look up to people like that.
Serious folks gonna imitate that.
Well,
they finna read his story, know his story, and imitate it.
And try to do it better.
And try to do it better.
Yeah. Damn.
It might not be a month from now, but
I'm gonna get away.
I'm gonna get away.
Like,
this is where he messed up at. And
did he try to get away?
He tried to kill too many people.
See, he didn't even try to get away.
I would just target these folks and then get out of there.
Damn.
So the cops didn't use any force to him at all. He had to turn himself in. He turned himself in. That's how.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like. Man, I feel like
tap into that racism side of things, of will it get better or is it getting better? To answer that question is no, because if that would have been any of us in this room, and I'm gonna include you, Dylan, because you go with a black girl, so you would target, and you don't even know it for real. You know what I'm saying? Because like, no, it's not getting better. Because first of all, the fact that the video got taken down, like I told you earlier, lets you know right there that they on a different wave than they are with us. Because like I said, whether we would have killed somebody or whether we would have been the ones being killed,
George Floyd video.
Yes, you can still go look it up. You can still go look up George Floyd and everybody that has been lost. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's got any better. I don't think it's got any better. But I don't think protesting is gonna make it get no better either. We gotta put action behind it.
Action,
because it's. I think about the movie Ants and the grasshoppers and ants. You feel what I'm talking about? It's a million of ants, and it's like 20,000 grasshoppers that come out. We the ants. You feel what I'm talking about? We just gotta have that one person to say, let's take over this shit. You feel what I'm talking about? And we there, but we so oppressed and afraid to really take that step and do what we need to do that we don't take it, and we
because we don't want to end up like you know what I'm saying.
We stay the oppressed, and the grasshoppers continue to feed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't want to end up on a t-shirt, and that's sad. That's so sad.
If you want to touch more like on the race and stuff, you look at the news coverage and like in relation to it, like as far as there was a cop. I mean, what was the kid's name? He was playing with a toy gun, and cop pulled up to the scene, and shot him. Look at that, and you look at the coverage of that, and it's. Oh, cop, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, thought he was a target. Or
they trying to cover him up. They're trying to cover him up.
Or even with the Buffalo shooter, it was a deranged, mentally ill kid, like, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you look at it's violent, like, or gang crime in the street or something like that. It's just, a kid pulled a gun out on somebody. Like, heartless act.
Oh, yeah. And I remember what you told me the other day, Pete. Didn't you say something about, like, the death penalty? Like, there's only been 20... What'd you say?
Yeah, so in the whole, like, the death penalty, like, in the whole entirety of it, the amount of white people that have been killed, it's 21 out of everybody.
What?
Yes. 21.
In the whole world?
That was as of 2019. It may have updated, but, like, if
it's still, though.
They don't do that many death penalties.
Yeah.
Like, it would be, like, 1 or 2 more.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't... Okay, so, as somebody that's on a different side of things, you understand what I'm saying? That isn't like a direct target, I guess you could say. What do you feel like us as a people could do, as a race could do to show where we really are here? You know what I'm talking about? Show that we belong here. Like, what is it that you feel?
And I feel like everything's been done like right to a T, but it's just been like ignorance from the other side, pretty much. As far as just like the blatant, like just feeling the entitlement that like people that say that racism still doesn't exist. Like, how as a white person can you deny that racism doesn't exist? You're not experiencing it. You, even if you're not. So I had a professor this semester saying the moving sidewalk theory. So there's a moving sidewalk, and like this is like referencing to racism. You have a moving sidewalk, and you have a choice. You can either just walk along with the sidewalk, and like the example would be being racist, or standing still on the sidewalk, and that's, I'm not racist, but I'm not going to speak up or anything. I'm not going to notice that it exists. I'm not going to do anything about it. But you have a chance, and it's in the Racial Contract by Charles Mills. And what you do is you have the ability as a white person, predominantly in America, you have the ability to get off the moving sidewalk. And since that you have that entitlement and that privilege and stuff like that, you can use what you have as a voice if you really care to portray that. But that's what the thing is there's so much ignorance to the other side of it. And this entitlement.
Yes.
It's just deeply rooted.
Yes.
Because it's been going on for ages.
Where do you believe racism comes from?
Well, I believe it's taught. And I just believe it comes from just pure like ignorance, like realistically. And so part of what I had to learn in my political theory classes was like the racial contract, and it's pretty much like this is where the ideology of like racism between like European descent and African Americans came from, and Middle Eastern, and it was pretty much so they just believed that they started an entitled mindset of that if you are worthy of not doing forced labor or not being subjected to do whatever someone wants you to do, that you would be born a certain race, and that if you were the other, then that was just what you were born to do. And obviously, like y'all hear that now, and you know it's ignorance. Like, you know your life is more than just what someone else tells you. And see, that's what it's just. But I think with the like evolution, is natural evolution as people grow on. I think the next like step realistically is, so I like Tupac had a quote about this in an interview that he did, and he says it starts with the asking, just peaceful protests and stuff like that, but once it gets ignored for so long, that's when it starts turning into, oh, where did this come from? Why are they burning down? Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I feel that if it was multiple white people getting killed unarmed by police and people started burning things down, I don't think anything, like, I think people would be like, all right, they're drawing attention to what they need, but when it's the other side, you just don't get them.
Do you think that if it was white people being killed on the other side of things, and they're saying they're drawing the attention and everything like that, that they feel like they need to get what they're asking for, do you think that the white people would get what they're?
I definitely feel like in like the means of like what today are like, so like I'm not like reversing anything, I'm saying like as of like how today is and the way society's set up, I think that like it would almost be like an immediate like response to the issue. I just like, because you look at that and then you can touch base on kidnapping and stuff like that. That's a direct relation. A white girl goes missing, or even I think it's white and Asian girl. If a white or Asian girl goes missing, it's like 50% more likely to get found. But you're not even going to get reports or like news access for black girls.
And that's sad.
Man.
That's sad, man. I'm like, we got to do better as a country, for one. Because in my opinion, I don't think any race is more outstanding than another race. You know, we're just a human race. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's really, he's a human, I'm a human, you're a human, we all a human. You know what I'm talking about? So I think if we took on that mindset of things and just let each other be who they are in their element in the best way they are in that element, like
everybody focus on that.
Everybody focus on what they got going on. You feel what I'm talking about? My mama, she made me laugh because she was like, you know, white people make money off of us. She's like, I'm gonna make money off of them. So she said she was gonna make a restaurant called White Folks Only, and she was gonna put it downtown in Hartsel. You know what I'm talking about? But I said, low key, you would make some money. You feel what I'm talking about? Because it's people with that mindset that's still out here that would be like, you can't be here. Like, if you walk in here, did you not read the sign, bro? It say White Folks Only. You know what I'm talking about? So I just think we have to do better, though. Just as a country, and then as a community, we can't bring each other down either, because sometimes we're our own worst enemies more than the white people are, and they sit around and let us kill each other off. You know what I'm talking about? So sometimes we fit that narrative that they make of us. Sometimes we really do. You know what I'm talking about? It sucks, but sometimes we really do fit that narrative. So we have to do better to where you can't say nothing about us. You feel what I'm talking about?
Everybody go back to the days where
so I get a question.
Telephone on
So do you think that like the fitting the narrative, do you think that that's like by choice, or do you think that is like since it was pushed and like so much hate was surrounded by like a community and so focused for so long that it just evolved into that. So
how you feel about how you said you think racism is taught?
Right.
I think that is almost taught to us. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's certain things that we're viewed to that you guys aren't viewed to, right. And there's certain things that y'all are viewed to that we're not viewed to,
and we can't feel what y'all got because we're not.
You know what I'm talking about? So sometimes I feel like us as a race are chasing after wrong things in the wrong way. You know what I'm talking about? In the wrong way. So you got dope boys. You know what I'm talking about? You got this and you got that, and they feel like that's the only way that they can obtain these things. So I feel like that's taught to them. Like I could have easily fell in that lane of selling drugs and stuff like that because of my environment, but it always goes back to like our first and second episode of mindset and the strong mindset that you need to have in order to kind of get out of your environment and be better than not even better than your environment, but evolve from your environment. You know what I'm talking about? So I know that when I make it to where I want to make it to, Southside, that's where I came from. I want to build that community up. Right. I wanted to the kids that's in that community to be able to see that you can actually have more than this right here, because it's so many people that I grew up with in Southside that are still there, and still there in the same set as if their mother and daddy were still there.
All taught wrong.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Because like think about it, like a man in the cave, like he ain't never seen the sunlight, the day of sunlight ever. Like he would never know that it's sunlight until he's exposed to it. So like once you expose them to that, they gonna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. So it's what we're exposed to. To be, I really do.
It's just what we taught. We ain't taught shit.
Yeah.
If you ain't taught it, you don't know about it. How you gonna do it?
Not our parents, but just we can go to our grandparents and great grandparents. Like they wasn't taught on no. Hey, your credit need to be this, so you can get this. Yeah. When you go to school, they ain't gonna teach you to learn about how to manage your money and all this and that. So if you get some money, don't be worried about getting a car, getting this and that, the jury and all this and that. Focus on getting some assets. Focusing on stuff that's gonna build to your kids, and then their kids gonna have some money. Yeah. So we weren't really taught that. Yeah. We was just taught go to work, go to school, graduate, go to college if you can, get your good paying job and just work. Yeah. We weren't taught to you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
But what we can't do as a race is be mad at the other race for showing their kids the way. Because we cannot be mad at that. That's what they chose to do. Yes.
So so now we have to reteach this. We got to reteach it. Yeah. So as I have my daughter, I got to reteach. Yeah. You feel me? What I was taught, what my mama was taught, what my grandparents was taught.
You have to unlearn
I gotta really unlearn and see it from two different sides. I gotta see it from the heads of the coin, and I gotta see it from the tails of the coin. I gotta see it from both sides now. And then I gotta make sure my daughter know, like,
she knows both
going to school.
Too.
You going to school, but they're not gonna teach you this. So when you come home, I'm gonna teach you.
Gonna learn this.
We're gonna break this down. Yeah. Like now, the crypto's so big. So guess what I'm gonna do? We're gonna get you in the crypto. I'm gonna start you off young. So therefore, you gonna know what it is. You gonna be coming to me, Daddy. Let me get a share of this. Let me get a share of this, Daddy. You feel me? I'm trying to put that in you. So therefore, when she had kids, they gonna have it, and it's gonna keep going.
And the sad part,
everything.
Exactly. And the sad part about that is, you're gonna have a mixed daughter, but ultimately black. That's how she's gonna be viewed. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna be in this world, and she's gonna have a mindset that's needed to have to survive. But then, not even the white people or anything like that. It's gonna be her own kind that's hating on her. They go, oh, you think you better than somebody or this or that? When it's really not that. I was just raised differently. I was just raised to move this way instead of that way. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna buy a bag of Doritos when I can buy the whole box for $5.98. You know what I'm saying? And the one bag is $2. You feel what I'm talking about? That's just how I know how to manage my money. I know how to make this move how I need it to move. You know what I'm talking about? So, like you said, unlearn and reteach.
And then it'd be crazy because, you know, when we had kids and, you know, our parents had us, it was, when we get money, we're going to spoil them because they know we ain't never had none. Right. So we're going to make sure they have something. Right. But at the same time, you giving and giving.
They ain't pouring nothing into you.
You all that's doing is making it worse because they expecting it. So now they're going to keep expecting and expecting and expecting.
Instead of giving and pouring. Exactly. You see how you got this? Now this how you got this. You know what I'm talking about? And this how you keep this. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about? Like, no offense to white kids, nothing like that. But I never understood how a white kid can get so mad that they throw their shit, the game, up against the wall, break it, and then you go over again, and they got my mom rebought it for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. So
I wasn't lucky enough to experience like that.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on some of the things like that y'all were talking about. So I think one big thing that goes into like as far as like how you said like coming from with yourself and coming with, like from within like hate from your own community and stuff like that. I think a lot of that still goes back to a racial effect that happens with not teaching like Black history and stuff like that. Like as far as like in Alabama, critical race theory is banned. Like it's banned. Like you can't teach it.
What?
Yeah, Governor Kay Ivey signed a bill. It's like you can't teach it. And
they love her. They love K.I.
What?
But yeah, and like you know what I mean. Like when you learn, like when you're taught, like off the bat, like the first thing you'll learn, like when you take like an official history class, is the first person that died in the Revolutionary War was a slave. That's what they teach. But the way that like critical race theory would introduce it is like the first person to ever die for this country's freedom was a Black man named, I forget his name, which I probably should know, but like they'll say this Black man, and like you know what I mean, like even that within itself just gives a sense of entitlement more than just
exactly the shit is how it's portrayed,
exactly,
and that's where it
the
all
setup
comes
of it, how it's given to us,
because like realistically, what do you learn? Like what Black success do you learn from like K through 12 learning outside of Martin Luther King and like the initial civil rights movement? Like you don't learn about Malcolm X. You don't learn about all like the art that is brought up. You don't learn about
K through 12. We literally have the same month, February, 28 days in school where we color Martin Luther King. We do a little connect dot thing.
The man that made
and it's the same. We learn the same ones. You know what I'm talking about? So
it's the same ones.
Have y'all ever watched Hidden Figures? Have y'all watched Hidden Figures with Taraji? Y'all gotta watch that because I didn't realize the impact.
Somebody on G was telling me about all that.
Yeah, I did not realize the impact they had on NASA. It was the Black women and how smart they were, like how they could do their math and everything like that. And like literally the way they pitched it, I'm sure it was some Hollywood attached to it. You know what I'm saying? But the way they pitched it is these ladies, just based off their math, had held lives in their hands. You feel what I'm talking about? Just based off their math to send off this rocket ship, but Taraji had to run like a half a mile to like go to the bathroom or something like that, and then the actual I guess boss, you would say, boss man of NASA and everything like that, he was like, why are you always late? You know what I'm talking about? And she's like, well, I have to go to the bathroom here and there, and I can't get coffee here because y'all don't want to don't want to fix a pot or don't want me to touch this pot and stuff like that. And he literally like took down the bathroom signs, colored only. He took down all that stuff because he was like, we're all a team here. Ain't nothing but humans here at NASA. You know what I'm talking about? And you got to respect that. Like you said, it takes somebody stepping off that sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? So that movie is, if y'all haven't watched Hidden Figures, y'all got to check it out because it's low-key can be life-changing in a mental way. You feel what I'm saying? It really can. It really can. That was a good-ass topic, Chops. You brought us to a good point, for real. That was good.
Like, we were talking about everything.
Yeah. What you said, talk for hours. Yeah. But yeah, y'all, we gonna come back. It's the Lockheads H-Town Talks. We coming back to y'all with our boy Q6, Dylan Pete, Ja, Chops, Queen Simba. We'll be back, y'all.
Yo, what is up? This is Dave Chops, one of the 3 Lockheads, and you listen to H-Town Talks.
Try and fly away from my mental state. A gentle soul with a heart hysteria and a mind of hate. A heart to go hollis and cold, I've been feeling lately. Cause I watched my little brother die right in front of my face. I swear to God, I will never let his past it go out in vain. I'ma do everything I can to make her know my name. My hard work will never go unnoticed. Caleb, I know you hear me, I love you and I stay focused. You know this, I've been living life on the low, feeling like I might just explode to the devil to come give me back control. Oldest of 7, I was born in the leadership role. So my mama to sit back and let me carry the load. Climbing out of the hole that I was pussy at 13 years old. Holding notebooks, I write my hooks in. Calling my little sister when my brother had got put in. Life look different when your camera got a good lens, and so I took everything that I could from the people in my life and learn to treat every human that's my equal. My life is an open book, the pen I use is lethal. Chapter 1 is done, I'm focusing on the sequel. You see, I'm out for presidents to represent me. Look into a nigga eyes and tell me, what do you see? A young man with a strong mind, a heart of a G. I'm going in on every beat I get indefinitely. The definition of me. Moving through the crowd, niggas talking too loud. Tell them tune the shit down, don't speak. All these different thoughts in my mind, I hear them all the time. I be dealing with some shit you don't see. Shit you got me looking at your wall. My back against the wall and my hand in the air, don't shoot. Niggas can't move the same way as I do. Niggas don't know the shit that I've been through. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. I release all of my feelings inside the booth. I'm gone and I ain't never returning without the truth. Diamond shot in the rough, you looking straight at the proof. Fake niggas brought the loudest, I play the back and stay aloof. Until you fly the nest, you never know the places you can go. With these words of Picasso, the pen made me Van Go poppin' like Red Baca, pippin' like Magic Don, pull up like Kobe Bean, dish it like Magic John. Son, you think I ain't the greatest? Watch me, I'm only with it. See the way I shuffle? I'm cocky. You old niggas might slip a diss to this. You floppy, you on your job like I like my toppy. Sloppy, I want the respect I deserve. I'm rejecting your words, I'm going left on the bird. That you get left on the curb, I'm going step on the neck of the best that you ever heard. To challenge the bigger nigga, boy, cause I'm never scared. Do the scene in the 70s, every year ride slowly. Waving to everybody like they all really know me. Whenever you do for you niggas what they got that you phony until it's time for a favor. All of a sudden they your homie. My hand stuck in my pocket, I ain't got nothing to give you. Don't celebrate with niggas that ain't in the trenches with you. Leave a nigga high and when they need you, they hit you, bitch. You could cry me a river, still I won't hit you with tissue. Moving through the crowd, niggas talking too loud. Tell them tune the shit down, don't speak. All these different thoughts in my mind, I hear them all the time. I be dealing with some shit you don't see. Shit you got me looking at your wall. My back against the wall and my hand in the air, don't shoot. Niggas can't move the same way as I do. Niggas don't know the shit that I've been through. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Black on my left, blunt on my right, I'm dual with it. When I spit it, it's the scariest sight. I'm too chillin'. These other rappers, nothing alike. I'm too different. Got me feeling like I'm out of my mind. The screws missing. These nigga crazy, think I'ma stop. They losing it. Best of gritty, yeah, they doing the pop. I'm proving it. Morning, you, I'm taking my shot. Got 2 minutes. All the barriers, they got on my spot. I'm moving it. So I'm taking a second to show them niggas how to make a record. If I'm taking a step in the door, then you know I'm breaking records. Gotta make an effort to show why they got a greatest ever. So they taking the pressure up right versus and make it better. I'm a legend in the making. I'm a neo in the message. Take it how you wanna take it. I'ma play it how I play it. Wanna be the greatest nigga playing on your playlist. When I make it, niggas take it, say it how I say it. Got them ducking when I'm coming, see they seeing what I'm on. I'm a king in the ring, and I'm laying on the throne. Wanna beat me when they see me on the TV on the one, and I'm never gonna finish it. Ain't over till it's done. When you walk into the venue, ask me who they can't see. When you talking to the children, ask me who they wanna be. Ask me who the best whenever you see them up in the street. You gon' end up with the same fucking answer, me. Moving through the crowd, niggas talking too loud. Tell them tune the shit down, don't speak. All these different thoughts in my mind, I hear them all the time. I be dealing with some shit you don't see. Shit you got me looking at your wall. My back against the wall and my hand in the air, don't shoot. Niggas can't move the same way as I do. Niggas don't know the shit that I've been through. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know. Tell them niggas they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know, they don't know.
Alright, so we back from the commercial break, you know what I'm saying? And we coming in with my topic. And the main, I guess, we'll put it in 3 simple words, is stand on business. So like, I gotta call myself out, I ain't gonna lie to you. So like, I used to always like, in my head, I get to talking to myself. It's like, I be talking to myself like, I see how somebody move and I'll be like, this fuck nigga. Like, yeah. I can't focus on no more. Like, yeah. I don't even want to see that nigga no more. Yeah. Then I get to being around a bunch of people and that person around, and it's like, what's up, my boy? Like, you feel me? Like, I'm on some cool shit, but in my head, I was just like, man, you a fuck nigga. Like, like, you feel me?
I will whoop your ass.
Like, you a fuck nigga. Like, so I had to like go back to myself and like reevaluate myself, and I was like, man, I can't be on that. Like, if I'm gonna think in my head, or if I even tell somebody like, it's a fuck nigga. Like, I don't fuck with Brad at all. Yeah. But then we go see this nigga and it's, what's up, boy? You feel me? What's up? How you been? You feel me? Like, cool. Nah, I can't do that. Yeah. So basically, it's like all the time now that I done reevaluated myself, I see a lot of people like they say, I don't fuck with Cub or this girl beefing and all this and that.
They'll be right
but
back.
Then, the next day, y'all done went and got some lunch or something. And shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, you just told them, you just told me, fuck her.
Right.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
But now y'all cool. Like, hell no. Like, you can't do that.
You can't.
That's not cool.
It's not real.
That's not real. That's being fake to yourself. And I was being fake to myself, so I had to tell myself, like, that's why I just had to share that just to start it off. Because it's like, man, a lot of times you'll see people and they always, like, just from the social media standpoint, they'll go out there at somebody or they sub text somebody and like, it's a fuck nigga. He think because he got this much money, all this they have, all this nigga lame. Like, but then you see him and it's, let's take a video. You all like, nah, bro, don't do all that. Cause you was just telling me, bro, that he got 5,000, that he tough, but you around him and he flexing the money and this. Oh,
now you want to be in the picture.
Racks, you feel me?
Now you want to be in the picture with the racks.
So it's like it go back to that dick ride sort of topic that I had brought to it previously. So it's basically like you can't do that. That ain't it. And it was just like a lot of times people talk about what they gonna do instead of doing it. So like you will all the time you will see somebody they'll be like, ooh, I'm finna go to the gym and I'm finna start working out. Then a month later, ain't no progress being made. You just told everybody and their mama you finna start working out. You post on social media. You done went there day one. And posted it, and ain't went shit.
That was it.
Like, what
you went there for the post.
That's what I'm saying.
You went there for the post.
You went there for some attention. Like, nah, you can't do that. Like, if you gonna do something, do the shit. So, you know, I like to read. So, you feel me? Shout out to 50 Cent. Or I say his real name, Curtis Jackson. You feel me? He was saying basically like, instead of saying I'm not smoking anymore, you feel me? Focus on the first week of not smoking. Stop saying, I'm not going to smoke. Tell your friends, oh, I ain't smoking no more. Nah, go to yourself. Go in your hole, your place. And say, nah, start the first week off. And do it from there. And then he was saying, like, whatever it is you want to improve on or correct, commit to it for 30 days. Now, you know, previously, folks would say you do something for 21 days, that become a habit. He's saying you got to take the whole thing. 30, because
I always heard 30 days.
So it was like, and see how your perspective changed. And then you giving yourself an opportunity to identify with something different. And he was like, you'll find out the things that you couldn't live without are the things that are actually standing between you and your best life. And then he was saying, hard work and dedication are two characteristics found in true hustlers. And another one is focus. So you got to be focused. You got to have hard work and dedication. That's the only way to call yourself a true hustler. So you out here saying you gonna do this, and that. You're not being a true hustler. You gotta get off the media, look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself, all right, this is what I need to do, and go ahead and do that shit and get it done. Then once it's done, you can get on the media. Oh, hey y'all, look what I just did. Then you can brag about what you did because you ain't done nothing. So what you bragging about? And then 9 times out of 10, what you done did, somebody else that did, or that was something you supposed to been did. So what do you need a congratulations for?
That's right. That's right.
And then just reading on it, it was like he was saying, instead of talking, like, it's proven in a Dominican university that you are 42 times more likely to achieve the things you want to achieve when you write them down. So
manifestation.
Instead of talking about what you want to do, put yourself right by yourself and get the page down and write what you want. And then you start checking it off one by one. And then you'll get it done every time.
They come to like them vision boards and stuff like that. Like my wife got one on the wall right out here. Me, you, my son, my cousin Enoch, we all actually my aunt had passed away, and it was like Enoch's, it was her grandmother. You feel what I'm talking about? So I was really trying to, like, you feel what I'm talking about, keep their mind off of it, but you can't keep your mind off something like that for real. It's just you got to go through the motion of how it is. You know what I'm talking about? So it was like, well, we can't stay stuck in this moment. You feel what I'm talking about? Yes, this has happened. This has been a traumatic experience for all of us.
It's rough.
You know what I'm talking about? Especially when it's an early age type situation. It ain't
Most
no 90, 70 years old, 90 years.
Like natural causes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? It ain't nothing like, you know what I'm saying? So, we sat down and I was like, we gotta get our mind on something else. What we doing after we get through this? You feel what I'm talking about? What's the goal after we get through this? So we all wrote down like this little vision board and everything. And like you said, writing it down, it makes it come to pass. You feel what I'm talking about? And if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to quote it like it did come from it, but I know when I was in church, they would preach it like it was in the Bible. You feel what I'm saying? But you write something down that's bond. It's like your tongue is the most powerful weapon. Just like you putting, once you write that thought out, it's out in the world. It's in there. It's gonna come to pass. You know what I'm talking about? So I feel you on that part of things. You know what I'm saying?
And what's crazy, you talking about the vision boards in the book. He talked about writing a vision board. Like if you and your spouse not seeing things eye to eye, y'all can make a vision board. What do y'all want? And then basically with a vision board, like you said, everybody write down their visions. You said everybody perceptive of what they want. So when y'all cross all boards, whatever's not in common is what you got to accept and what you want. So then that person got to achieve that. And you got to help support them to achieve that.
Yes, that's facts all the way. And to touch back on the other side, as far as like being fake, to me, I don't do that fake shit. I can't do it. It's out the water. I can't be like, chops. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I fuck with you, bro. I fuck with you, but I know that also I was over here telling Sony, I'm gonna get in Chop's ass today. You know what I'm talking about? I know that for a fact, but I'm real with you. You feel what I'm talking about? I'm real with you. That's my brother. I love him, and I only want to see him succeed. You feel what I'm talking about? So I'm letting it be known what I, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you just be honest with yourself, you ain't got to lie to nobody. You ain't got to be fake with nobody. You got to be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the whole situation. For real. Yeah,
that pretty much showing everything up.
He said it wasn't gonna be long either. He said it was gonna be in and out. Real. He sure did. He sure did. My boy been silent over here on this. Like, you just taking it in. Just taking it in. Yeah. Is it tapping to you in any kind of way? Is it reaching you? How's it reaching you?
Different perspective. Kind of like going to high school and stuff, seeing how certain things work. Like that whole being fake stuff, I be doing that, but like I got like a different reason too. Like,
exactly, because you really reading the person, seeing what they gonna do. Like, let me throw this at them and see if they catch it. Like, basically, you throwing that debate out there, and you saying that they gonna catch it. Really,
So
you playing them.
I agree with like what y'all saying, like, but like in school, so like I be doing it because like it'd be funny, or like, I really be trying to see like a person like this and that.
And then at the same time in school, we ain't in school no more, so we got a whole world opened up to us. Versus Hartsel High School is his only world right now. You know what I'm talking about? So you kind of like,
as he going through that, you gonna be playing sports. You gonna have females coming up. You gonna have these dudes like they're trying to. You feel me? So you gotta see what the real.
You gotta see
everything.
And that's true. But that's the fact that you already throwing the bait out there to see what it is and everything like that lets me know as a parent that you gonna do what you gotta do when you do get outside them walls. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna hang with, you know what I'm talking about? You gonna be in the group that you're supposed to be in when you do get outside them walls. So that make me proud. Thank you, baby. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good ass topic. You good, Dylan? All right, that's a bet. We'll be back with our last topic, y'all. It's H-Town Talk with the Lockheads.
Yo, it's Q6 CEO. Turn your headphones up. You're now tuned in to H-Town Talks.
To the money like gotta get the cash, put it in the face. Bad hashtag, gotta get it, man. Like getting to the bag like Staying with that way, I'm not here with your way. Running to the cash like a relay,
trap, doing numbers, man, that's every day. Fully loaded, bust down, I can't see the face. I can't tell the time, I got 2 bitches at a time. Yeah, I'm pulling up a lot, I'm dropping fours every time. I got them packs on the relay, touching down in 3 days. Chrome hearted criminal, we trapping out the project. I can't fuck with no little basic, check my hoes too exotic. Whole gang round foreigns every time niggas slide. Cause we be getting lows like every day. Touchdown in the city, bustin' plays, we don't even stay. Roll running, come back with a whole 100. Balenciaga, Plaga, trap star, I'm a bitch stubble. Big dog, bitch, I put this shit on. No off nights, we serving till that shit gone. Look off-white, man, mix it with some belong. Man, they rats can't fold that money too long.
Like, hey. Running to the money like, hey. Gotta get the cash, put it in her face. Bag, hashtag, gotta get it, man. Like, hey. Getting to the bag like, hey. Staying with that way, I'm not here with your way. Running to the cash like a relay, Me and Ben Frank on a first name basis. I was tryna make it big without getting a placement. I don't give a fuck, I do it with no hesitation. I just gotta get it money, man, I ain't racist. Got wax, got gas, got sass, got lean. With a bitch by the bean. I was tryna fuck a bitch by the ocean, yeah, I mean. I was tryna for the panties with a whole lot of cream. I was tryna for the city with a whole 100 P's. I was fucking with a blogger and he flew me overseas. I was tryna get a thotty down low on the knees. I was tryna get $1 million, they wanted me to freeze. Hold up, getting cash like every day. Running to the bag like which way. Shawty get mad, put it in her face. Worldwide, it's a close game. Like, hey. Running to the money like, hey. Gotta get the cash, put it in her face. Bag, hashtag, gotta get it, man. Like, hey. Getting to the bag like, hey. Staying with that way, I'm not here with your way. Running to the cash like a relay,
Yo, this is H-Town Talks back at it. We got Queen Simba with her topic. What you got for us?
Hey, Chops coming through, fun. That's what I'm talking about. But no, so I told y'all, I've been going back and forth with this topic, but Chops, you went ahead and convinced me, go ahead and do it because it can go somewhere. So my thing is, it came up, backstory, you know what I'm saying, came up because of, you remember Rollo, Seth's dog and everything. His dog got killed by a dog that was basically being bred to fight. It got jumped by 2 dogs that was being bred to fight.
You talking about them 2 dogs that was
Seth.
Yeah, I remember that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, so the guy that owns them dogs, he does like breed dogs and to fight dogs and everything like that. So that's a known fact about him. And so it came to my attention because one of the dogs, out of all that situation that happened with that, it was one dog that survived that whole little thing, and it got out, ran out, and then all of a sudden it started coming back around. And so I was like, damn. So of course we got Frank out there by my grandma's house. So when Ja was feeding Frank, I would have him feed the dog. We called it Diamond. We ended up naming her and everything. We called it Diamond. And that dog ended up dying like 4 days ago.
4 or 5 days.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 days ago. And so it's just been in the back of my grandma's in them yard though, because for one, it's not our dog. It's that dude's dog. You feel what I'm talking about? Then for 2, we didn't have the manpower to bury it, the lime to pour over it or nothing like that. So it's kind of just been like deteriorating in our faces and smells and all that just been there. You feel what I'm saying? So it brought it up because it was kind of like, to me, in a sense, neglect of an animal. You feel what I'm talking about? That's how I thought about it. But then I thought about dog fighting, and I was like, that shit's illegal. But then I thought about humans fighting, and I'm like, that shit's legal. You feel what I'm saying? So
let us beat up on each other.
So ultimately, I came to the argument of dogs don't have a choice, humans do. That was like ultimately what I came to as far as my conclusion of why one would be legal and one would not be legal. So I looked up some little facts or whatever. I always thought, wait, do y'all feel like boxing hands are supposed to be registered?
No.
Like registered?
No, because they like
because they're protecting their own self.
No, it depends on the situation.
Regardless,
because like whatever you
honestly, if not registered, they would never be. Nobody would ever come up to them. Nobody would ever try them. But since they registered, folks gonna try them because they know that they registered and they can't do shit. Now, if you take that registered off and you get to play with this boxer and he whoop your ass, then what you gonna do? Now that's what they really need to do, because that would give boxers the authority to protect themselves.
But guess what? Like what you just said, you run up on them, they ain't registered, you run up on them and they do their thing. Now what you gonna do? Still in the court of law, depending on how bad it is, how brutal it is, they can still, their hands can be charged as a lethal weapon.
See, that's what I'm saying. They need to change the law. But see, that's the thing. They need to change the law. Because them boxers have been training all their life to fight. So therefore, them people know what they doing when they step up to them. That's like somebody stepping in the ring with them. You really telling me you finna walk up on Floyd Mayweather and think you finna steal off on Floyd Mayweather? Like, no, them folks got security. But if you somehow creep through security and you want to
what is he supposed to do?
You think he finna just sit there and let you rock him? No, he finna put you on the ground. Them folks is trained to do that. So therefore, they need to change the law and let them folks be just like regular citizens, because they is regular citizens at the end of the day. When they just doing their job.
So even in
that's how they get paid.
They can't use them.
Even in so it comes down to how bad. Like, I'm a registered boxer, right? I'm really not, but let's just say, for example, I am, and me and you get to duking it out or whatever, and I beat you down so bad to where it becomes beyond self-defense. Like, I overkill almost, in a sense. My hands are going to be registered as a lethal weapon at that time, because I did more than defend myself. I beat you up because you pissed me the fuck off because you came at me. But I'm knowing that my hands is over here a lethal weapon, low key, and they can be charged with that. So instead of me just giving you the 1-2 real quick to get you up off of me so I can get away or press charges or whatever, I go the extra mile to whoop your ass. You feel what I'm saying? And that's when my hands will be charged. You know what I'm saying?
And so that's where it's fucked up at. Because you giving other people the right to just run up on them folks, get their ass whooped, and now them folks got to pay a settlement. No, that's not fair.
That's not. No, it's not.
You need to level the playing field. Like, that's not fair to them. So therefore, now you need to make it to where it ain't none of that. So therefore, when them folks run up on them, since you want to run up on them, get your ass whooped, and then you gonna have to deal with the consequences for running up on them.
Because they not gonna run up to nobody. They not
finna. Why would a boxer? Why would like, if I'm a boxer and I see you, why would I come up to you and just whoop your ass?
Period.
There's no reason for me to do that. Why would they do that? They're famous. They're wanting fans. Like, why would they want to whoop just a random person?
Exactly.
That makes no sense.
It goes back into the dog part of it too. Like, you know, pit bulls, it said predominantly, like, in the United States, it's like American pits and stuff that's like used and stuff like that. But it says that doesn't go to say that they can't be a good house dog, a good family dog. You feel what I'm talking about? It's all about how they're trained and how they come about. You feel what I'm talking about? So it's laws for these dogs, you feel what I'm talking about, for them not to be treated a certain way, for them not to be like in some, like in Japan, dog fighting is legal. Like, you can go fight dogs in Japan. I think Argentina was on there. It was a couple of places where it's actually still legal at, but you can, like I said, dogs have these laws for them in place. Like, felony, you can get a felony for fighting dogs. Michael Vick, for example, you feel what I'm talking about. And I said this because I brought his name up because I want to bring his name up in a positive light as well, because he when you look up dog fighting, it's right up under him. Like, his name pops right up under it. And I hate that, because that means it's following him. Like, that's what's following him as his career. So since I brought up Michael Vick, I'm gonna let y'all know a little fun fact about him. He's coming back to the game, and we'll know what team May 28th. Now, it's not like a NFL league or whatever. What'd you say the league is called?
FCL, fan control.
Yeah, fan control league, and T.O. invited him out to be on that. You feel what I'm talking about? So congratulations, Mike Vick, for overcoming everything that's done came your way with this dog fighting mess. You feel what I'm talking about?
So he did do that? Like, he used to dog fight or something?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He was doing it. He was doing it, but. And I didn't realize when I was doing this research, dog fighting goes back like into the 1700s. You feel what I'm talking about? I didn't realize that, and I don't know how to feel about it, because it's sad, because I have dogs, and I couldn't think about them getting into when they get to fight.
You raise them just to fight.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I feel like I don't know, how do y'all feel as far as like these laws? We can watch people fight, but it's some people out there that can watch dogs fight. You know what I'm saying?
I like the way that they got it set up now, because when the dogs fight, one of them's dying. Yeah. Every time. Yeah. When the humans fight, they just fight.
Yeah. Some have died. We have had deaths in boxing.
But like, think about it though. Every time a dog will fight, one of them's dead.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Pretty much, because they don't eat, because they eating like they.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
They, like, I mean, yeah, like
9 times out of 10 it's gonna die.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so, like,
you may have that one time.
I really feel like I like the way, just because like they literally like trying to kill themselves, like literally, and like they are trying to kill themselves with their hands too, but they can't do it. It's like because like once you get bit, you bleed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just.
Like I know for me personally, I can't stomach it. Dogs, but who am I as a person to say that if you Dylan or you Ja wanted to watch a dog fight that's wrong? Who am I to say that? Because I will sit here and watch Floyd Mayweather do a boxing match. I will. You feel what I'm talking about? I will. And it's some bloody, gory shit that goes on in the boxing ring. You feel what I'm talking about? But this person over here can't watch this dog fight because it's some bloody, gory shit going on, and now a dog might die and lose its life. You feel what I'm talking about? I'm not saying I'm for dog fight nowhere near, because I love my babies. You feel what I'm talking about?
But it shouldn't be illegal.
I think they want to do it. I think where people get the difference, and I think that's where it is. The difference is that in boxing, when a person is knocked to the ground, they count to 10. So they give that person the ability to say, I want it or I don't. Do you think you can get back up? Or just stay on the ground and end the match? So they giving them the opportunity to take defeat. And that's on that person to get back up to get knocked out. So, but when you look at dogs, you're not giving dogs an option where they get bit to stop the fight and say, okay.
The only time that happens is when the owner stops the fight. That's the only time that happens.
And that's not going to happen in
often at all, because they got money.
Dog fight, it's buddy, and there's buddy on this dog got to kill this dog, whoever's the last one standing. So therefore, in a dog fight, they're not going to stop anything. In a boxing match, when that person is fell to the ground, when that person is knocked to the ground, they get a count to 10 to get back up or stay down.
So let me ask you this: do you feel like if there were rules set in place for dog fights and stuff like this, do you think that it would be okay?
I don't condone a dog fight at all, just in general, because I feel like dogs are animals that are here to love us for you know, the people that have passed on. I feel like that's what dogs primarily are in a sense. That's what I think. Now, it might be different to other people. But that's what I think that dogs are. They're nurturers to us for what we've faced.
Our best friends.
Like a dog is a man's best friend. That's what they say. So I don't condone it at all. But I was just saying, if that was to be a thing, that where dog fighting was to happen, then there needs to be
rules set in place.
Like that rule where in boxing, if that man get knocked down, he get it.
If he go to a certain move or a certain position, it need to be cut 10-second countdown.
You need to have the dog separate. And if your dog
can't do it,
can't move or nothing, you need to take your dog to get him fixed up, and don't fight him no more. That's exactly what need to happen. Because in boxing, if a nigga get knocked out and he fucked up, he's not gonna box again. So that's what you need to do for your dog. You need to take your dog to get fixed, and you need to love your dog and think about how dumb you was to even make your dog fight.
That's real.
Trying to win some money off your dog, you can go get some money at a job or something. You feel me?
That's real.
So that's true.
I feel that.
I think part of my thing too with it is like not necessarily like even like the event itself with the fighting, but just like the abuse that probably goes into like making
training
a dog a fight.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Because you have to, because when you first get a puppy,
you can't have that in the house.
When you first get a puppy, you're not gonna. A puppy is not finna just bite and bite and bite at the beginning, and you tell it to bite. Like you have to roughhouse it. Like
that dog that killed Rollo, them 2 dogs. I got a video on my phone. I'll show it to y'all after this interview. It's the dog. One of the dogs that I just told y'all that died was a dog that was involved in this. But the mama dog, the dog I told y'all just died, Diamond. And a little bitty, y'all know that puppy off of Scooby-Doo, Scrappy? A little bitty dog about that small, tearing apart another puppy. I mean, and the little puppy was over there like, let me in, goddamn, and hopping in, doing the thing. You feel what I'm saying? So, and that literally like the next day or 2 days later, that's when everything happened to Rollo. You feel what I'm saying? R.I.P. Rollo, we love you, man. But yeah, so I completely feel you on that puppy shit, you know what I'm talking about? Because that puppy was probably a month, maybe 2 months old.
It's what that puppy was taught by his owner
within that month and 2 months span.
So that goes back to the racism side of things.
Come on,
that is being taught to these little kids as they are young.
Come on,
that's the same concept.
Yeah, and guess what?
And that's not. And they think it's okay.
So I had a racist moment. I had a racist moment today when I was doing this. I can call myself out on it because I wanted to put Mike Vick in a good light, for one, because that's a black man, he in our community, and I did not want that to follow him. Yeah. But this is bad for me to say it, but I gotta admit it, I was also hoping that I would see somebody in a different race that was a recent case of like dog bust and stuff like this. I was hoping that I saw somebody in a different race as far as like some recent stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't. Unfortunately, it was us. You feel what I'm talking about? So to go back to the racism side of things a little bit and tap into that, maybe I was typing too deep and thinking too deep on this. Y'all let me know. But we were oppressed at one point. You feel what I'm talking about? We have nobody else to oppress.
Exactly.
But if we got kids, they got to do what the fuck we say. You feel what I'm talking about? If we got a pet, they got to do what the fuck we say. You feel what I'm talking about? But those humans and that pet, those are the only things that we really have to have some say so with. Like I can't tell you, Dylan, don't drive that car today, bro. I'm taking it. You feel? I can't tell you that. You feel what I'm talking about? But I can tell him, you ain't getting in my car today. I got somewhere to go. You feel what I'm talking about? So we ain't got nobody to oppress. So when I seen all of these African Americans with these dogfighting cases, I feel like it's a deeper psychological thing more than just money. You feel what I'm talking about? It's more of what they've been through and what's done came down that line. You feel what I'm talking about? And what they've been taught. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's more of a psychological thing of why it's being done more than just money being made. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like they feel like that's the only choice they got. You know, again, with the drugs and stuff like this is all we have. This is all we can control. I'm not saying that it's right. It's actually quite sad. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not saying that it's right at all, but we gotta tap into it. We gotta do better as a community.
I told you it's gonna be a good
time. We gotta do better as a community, y'all, because when I scroll and I see nothing but African Americans on this, and I think I seen like one white guy on that, and I'm like, this is sad that we feel like this is what we have to resort to either make a dollar or make a good feeling inside of us as a race. You feel what I'm talking about? This is sad if that's what we got to tap into. But that was my topic today, for real. Just, I understand why dog fighting is illegal. I completely understand. But I also agree with you, Q6, as far as like on the boxing side of things, there should be laws set in place for people that run up on us. Like if we are a registered fighter, it should be laws set in place on it. Like you're not going to run up on no officer with no gun. No. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to do that. So if you're a boxer but let me ask you this, how am I supposed to know your hands are registered? If you're not in the limelight like, Mayweather and stuff like that, if you're not in the limelight like that, how am I supposed to know your hands are registered?
But see, that's the thing though. Why do you feel the need to approach that person? Unless that boxer came to you in a manner where you felt your life was threatened, there's no reason why you should approach him. That's why I say that law needs to be taken away, because that is killing the boxers. Because it's like, man, I could be a boxer that ain't even made it, and you could be Floyd Mayweather, and Pete over here just a random dude, and he see Floyd, and he like, shit, I ain't gonna fuck with Floyd, right? But this dude over here, I done seen him box in a little amateur, so I'm gonna fuck with him because I know he can't do that, right? Like, you feel me? Right? Like, he know what Floyd is gonna do to him. But he feel like he gonna try me because I'm not that important. Right. Like, that's not fair. Exactly. Because I can't do nothing. Exactly. I can't hurt him how I want to hurt him. That's not fair. So take the law away. So where it's even playing field. So therefore, PC Floyd, oh hell no, I'm not finna try Floyd because Floyd gonna whoop my ass and I gotta take it and ain't nothing gonna happen. So and then he see me. And it's like, I'm not gonna try him either because he can fight me back now, so he might whoop my ass because he know how to box. So therefore, it's gonna even respect. That's gonna level the respect out. So you gotta respect them boys.
So let me ask you this: how officers have a certain, way that they're supposed to uphold themselves in the community and stuff like that because they're registered to hold their gun, their little batons.
It's the authority. They feel they have a higher authority. They have a higher authority. They know that us as black people. even when we driving and we see a police officer car anywhere, we already checking to make sure everything's straight. We can have our seatbelt on.
We ain't got nothing but some apple juice in the car.
We can be going to speed limit, have our seatbelt on. We still looking to see if the lights coming. They know that.
So do you feel like the boxers should have like a sense of responsibility that you're supposed to have with their hands once they know that whether they're registered or not? Do you feel like there is a sense of responsibility? Like the police are supposed to have a sense of responsibility.
I feel like the boxers will have a social responsibility because it's like I'm registered so I can defend myself. Right. So I'm not finna just see a weak dude that I feel like weak. I'm not finna see Ja and be like, oh, let me try Ja. Right. Because you feel me? I'm not registered.
Ja run up on you. You registered. Ja run up on you. He just a high school kid trying to impress his friends. He run up on you. Your hands, you know that your hands is lethal, whether they registered or not. You know for a fact that they're registered. He run up on you stealing one. What you do? As a boxer.
As a kid, if as a boxer, if it's a kid, I'm gonna grab the kid by his shirt and just put him in the air. That's simple. That's a little ass kid.
Yeah. So that's the reason you have to have the mindset. You have to have the mindset to have lethal weapons in his hands.
If it's a boxer that's traumatized and fucked up, like Mike Tyson, you use Mike Tyson because Mike Tyson fucked up. Like shit, Mike Tyson might uppercut a little kid or something, but it ain't because he wanted to. It's just his instincts as a boxer. So therefore, the boxer got to have that social responsibility.
Same thing with that dog. It's the instinct of that dog now that has been taught to them.
Exactly.
It all goes back to it.
If I see that little kid, I'm just grabbing him up. Hey, come on, man. Like, come on, you're a little kid now. Come on now. Just go with your friends. All right, you know what? Hit me. I'll let you hit me. So
I'll take it.
Right. Y'all go tell everybody where you punch me.
Right.
Ooh, that's a little kid. Now that's a grown person. You know better. We grown as hell out here. You know you got kids. I got kids. Now you know better.
Right.
Like, come on now. Right. Why would you
Let me show you how you know better.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
You know better.
I feel you on that. And shit, that was a good ass topic too. Went somewhere with it. I like when we go somewhere. Y'all know that. Anybody else got anything they want to say on the topic?
I'm gonna end it off. We're gonna go ahead and pop it off. So the H-Town Talks, we got the IG, my bad.
The IG, come through. That's the H-Town Talks way. IG, come through.
The IG, we got the IG up. It's been up and running for a little minute. And we got 15 followers. I'm looking at it right now. We got 15 followers.
We going up.
You go to IG, htown.talks. That's HTOWN.TALKS. That's htown.talks. And if you follow us, we're going to post something. We're going to post a snippet of this podcast of us talking about this on the page. And if you go and follow us and you got to like it, you got to comment your Cash App or whatever you use, Venmo, Apple Pay, and then you gotta share it either on IG, whatever, and tag one of us.
Like the story,
and we're gonna like anything, your story, anything. You gotta tag us, and we're gonna write your name down.
Tag us and tag the page.
Tag us in the page. We're gonna write your name down, and we're gonna put it in a bucket, whatever we gotta do, and we're gonna do a giveaway to a random person for $120.
Ooh.
That's gonna be $40 for me, $40 from Chops, and $40 from Queen Simba.
Yes.
And that's just to bless y'all for all the
trying to pay a light bill.
You feel me? That y'all done broke us.
Yes.
So we just go support somebody and give somebody $120. And then it might not be nothing to them, or it might be something to them, but we just trying to give back to what
most definitely
we trying to give back what y'all done gave us.
Most definitely.
So we appreciate everything, everybody that did supporting us.
We most
and we couldn't do it without y'all. I think that's it. We can wrap it up right there.
Yeah, we could not have done it without y'all. It's a lot, kids. We appreciate y'all for joining us again on this Sunday.
H-Town Talks. We talk.
You vibe. No, fuck, man. We talk. We vibe. You listen. It's the Lockheads. I'm gonna get it right. It's your girl Queen Simba, and you are now locked in with the Lockheads here on H-Town Talks. We talk, we vibe, you listen.
This is a country banger.
Tell me what you really want, cause I think you should fuck with me for a while. Tell me what you really own, cause I think you should fuck with me for a while. Is that what you really want? Cause I think you should fuck with me for the night. Baby, nothing set in stone. So we won't give a fuck about it for tonight. Hey, what you do last night? And what's your plans today? I can pull up on you, I promise you I ain't tryna stay. I heard about this little lick that we can go kick it at. But first let me that pit stop, you can put me on your TikTok. Do your thing, even if it ain't my speed. If you like it, I'm providing you everything that you need. But wait, you should know, I don't keep up with the Jacksons. Then been there, done that, I'm grown, I don't want that. Not the only one that wants you, but the only one that's got you. My twister can leave you Ray, and that's words to Auto Rocket. And I don't do no reaching, but sometimes I'm out of pocket. If I'm lit, just say I'm lit, girl, you ain't gotta call me toxic. But for real though, I ain't tryna lick it. We can hit up life and winter margaritas out the picture. I'm your man, not your nigga. Do not fuck up that division. Multiply you in the frame, and now I think you got the picture. Shawty, tell me what you really want. Cause I think you should fuck with me for a while. Tell me what you really own. Cause I think you should fuck with me for a while. Is that what you really want? Cause I think you should fuck with me for the night. Baby, nothing set in stone. So we won't give a fuck about it for tonight. Why you put no makeup like you ugly or something? That ain't nothing that you need, and I ain't fucking with weave. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. That's just my preference. I love the way that God made you. That shit a blessing. I'm fucking around with blasphemy and fuck of Satan after me. I'm Jack without no magic bean, you looking like a masterpiece. Am I catching feelings? My niggas gotta come capture me. Cause pimping ain't dead, it just won't get no better after me. But here we are, just living in this moment. I know your heart is fragile, so I'm careful when I hold it. Wish I could've met your mama, I'm thankful for her creation. We ain't got a finished product, but I love what we creating. I know us country niggas ain't got the best reputation, but when you fuck with us every day like graduation. So keep that shit in mind before you compare me to others born toward the end of June. But I'm a cold motherfucker, shawty, tell me what you really want. Cause I think you should fuck with me for a while. Tell me what you really own. Cause I think you should fuck with me for a while. Is that what you really want? Cause I think you should fuck with me for the night. Baby, nothing set in stone. So we won't give a fuck about it for tonight.